Track 5, the last track, Fear the Storm. It's our big, epic song. I feel like this was sort of a song that we kind of let it fly, kind of let the song kind of lead the way, if you will. A lot of cool parts, a lot of cool instrument intertwining. Um, it's heavy at times and balladish at times. Um, but I thought a cool song. I think we really kind of went for anything goes. Kind of didn't say so. Didn't feel like, hey, it's too long. Just wanted to kind of see where it took us, I guess, basically.
It's the big epic of the EP. At the time, it was the longest song we had ever written. And we were definitely going for, let's write an epic. How do you do that? We had never tried to do that. It was a fun one to write. We spent so long writing this song. I can remember just weeks and weeks just working on the timing of the verse that Jay wrote. Was just kind of weird, but I wanted it to feel like it was not an odd time. Probably because I didn't really know how to count odd time at the time. But that's just how I've always approached odd time. I've always tried to make it feel normal and make it like you've got to be able to feel it. I don't want to have to count it when I'm on stage. And I have no idea what time that song is in. But and I remember when we were on tour with Fates, first time out, we finally got to spend some time with the guys. We were just hanging out talking, and we were playing this song on the tour. Jim Matheos asked me, what time signatures is that instrumental section in? And I said, I have no idea.
Every progressive metal band needs a nice long epic tune, right? Well, that's what we thought. I think it was our first experiment with ditching the whole verse chorus kind of idea and just kind of letting the song evolve to where it was going to go wherever. I can remember Jay and I working on what we lovingly called the Kansas part. It was a fun song to write and a fun song to play.
Summer of 1993, it worked out that Gary and I both had Thursdays off, so we would end up getting together, hanging out, working on tunes. It was pretty productive. I remember coming up with a bunch of the parts from Fear the Storm at those Thursday afternoon sessions.
The chorus is super cool. I think between doing Horizons and Missing and then the song, really kind of, I think part of our sound became this sort of interplay of Dwight and I on these choruses, sort of like melody lines and alternate melody lines kind of intersecting, and this kind of become sort of our sound as the two of our voices, doing different things, but making one cohesive melody.
Probably my favorite chorus on the album. All the parts really, I felt, mixed together really well. Great vocals, the harmonies really cool. Just all came together just well perfectly.
Fun fact: the cover of the Horizons album was actually designed by my twin brother Dwayne, and so he painted the front cover, the back cover, reflecting obviously on the title track and even Fear the Storm. I always thought it was a really cool picture, sort of monochromatic tone, very ominous storm in the back. So I always liked that. I know he still has it, going in storage somewhere. But it meant a lot to us. Meant a lot to me to have it done. So thanks, Dwayne.
One other memory of recording Horizons, we got to mention that we recorded it at a place called Metropolis Studios in Middleton, Massachusetts. It's no longer there. It was owned and operated by the legendary Jim Lightman, and we also recorded Ocean Mind there. And Jim was like the seventh member of Divine Regale. We went in there not knowing him. We went in as a bunch of like 19 and 20-year-old kids recording Horizons. We had never been in a big studio. We did the window demo in a smaller 16-track studio, and this was like the big boy studios. Sadly, we lost Jim a few years back, and man, he was such a huge supporter of the band. He really believed in us, and man, we learned so much from working with Jim. The guy was such a talented guy. We learned recording, we learned production, we learned dynamics, we learned how to add additional instrumentation to a song, and layering, and how to get a good take. What was a good take? And recording Horizons was like the University of Lightman, ear training, expert level. There were many hours of punches and getting takes correct. He wanted it perfect, and that really like taught us a lot as far as like, you know, what goes into making a record in a studio, the level of detail and attention, and just all the care you need to put into it. We dedicated this EP to Jim, and just, you know, all of his support. Man, we couldn't have done anything that we've accomplished without him.
New release of Horizons. We hope you all enjoy it. Hope those who've heard it before enjoy it on vinyl, and those who maybe get to check it out for new, appreciate it for what it was, a young band kind of figuring their way through the speed of the world.